Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus in a continuation of the program I had a moment ago. I had to make some adjustments because I had one camera limited to less than 15 minutes and I had to make the adjustment. So I'm back continuing on about Liberation Day. You know, in context with the message as it was being delivered, not being privy to the truth, you made decisions that always led away from that which worked for truth. It always worked for a lie. So you were not smart enough. You were not engaged enough. You were not geared enough to be able to know that the politicians that we chose would sell us out. We were not smart enough to know that our brothers and sisters who serve us within the community as policemen would one day be beating us, macing us, and shooting and killing and executing us. We didn't know that these kinds of things would be happening. We did not know that the powers that be would take some of the elements and minerals from the earth and from the atmosphere and use them in such a way to create dangerous mechanisms such as bombs and drones to drop bombs, and that they would exercise their knowledge to create such as HARP that would be instrumental in controlling the weather, not for good, but for control, to be able to cause earthquakes, to cause thunderstorms, to be able to cause tsunamis, floods. We weren't smart enough to know that following the dictates of the one who said, I told you you would not surely die. We did not know that it would bring us here to the point to where they have gathered thousands of coffins, makeshift coffins in special locations and military bases, hide away these things, anticipating that sooner or later our sons and our daughters who are in the military will actually take orders to kill us, that they have regressed so far away from the truth that they could be utilized in events such as this. And I know we tell ourselves periodically that they won't do it to us, but ladies and gentlemen, the evidence speaks for itself. It has been done all over the world. It has been done to us, and it will be done to us. And this time it will be all of us. But there is a recourse. The things that are coming, we created them, and we can get rid of them. But it must be done by a different way of life, as I have mentioned to you, ladies and gentlemen. That way of life must represent a change, as it were, born again of the Spirit, born again in truth. Now, all of the things that we have grown to desire here in this earth, even though it was inspired by one for no good cause for you, it is still the fruits of your own imagination. And it is the gift of the Father that allowed the materials to be used for this purpose. And if you desire it in darkness, you can desire it, and much more if you so desire, in light. And that power that was able to assist you in doing evil is no more overcoming you, because you, my friends, have been born again. And let me tell you this here, because I don't want to miss it. When God said, you will surely die, the evidence is that the reference was truth. You would no longer know the truth. And the decisions that you will have to make will be made and also with an opposite of truth. Not knowing truth, you wouldn't automatically choose truth. Sometimes you might be lucky, but for the most part, you're not. Because the world is founded right now on lie other than truth. And that lie causes a magnetism to exist that wants that lie to grow and grow and grow. And truth just has no place in a lie. And if you're living in a world of a lie, truth has no place. So what happens? The same thing now is being called of you that was called of Adam. When Eve, and if the story is true, and I'm giving it to you as though you have accepted it as being true, came to Adam and said, Adam, we will not surely die. Adam was supposed to, in love, kiss his baby and tell her she was being deceived by anyone who might have told her this. Give her all of the assistance he could to keep her on the right track. But if she chose to go with the liar, then let her go with the liar. And so what I'm saying to you today, we have accepted all of this stuff because we have been ignorant. We say that Jesus Christ came to show us the way. Jesus, we say, said, what? Well, look here. What? You say, well, the world, if it's a lie, what can I do? Well, everybody's had the choice. The fact that you didn't know is because of the sins of the father. The sins of the father was ignorant. If the father didn't know, how can the father tell you? This is why Jesus Christ said, forgive them for they know not. Anybody on this earth who comes in contact with the truth, it happens because of revelation. And he or she who receives revelation is obligated by the fact that they have received it to share it. When I say share it, I'm not talking about in words only. I'm talking about in deed, because words without deeds is dead. So if you speak it, you got to be it. And in being it, then those who are in darkness can actually see. And if you really see it, know this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you this, born again people already know this, but I'm just sharing it with you. To know the truth means this: you are not going to experience this wonderful life in this world right here today, in this hell that it is in, unless the masses of people decided that they were going to change it, accepted God's truth, and spit out this junk. And that's probably not going to happen. But you have a commitment to God in your being born again. And that is to live God. And what is God? God is love. No man can obey the Father of darkness and the Father of light. No man can do that. So you have to choose, and in being born again, you have chosen God's way, the Father's way, the Creator's way. And how do you know it? By doing what you do. And what is it that you do? You do what you want to do because God made you to do what you want to do. That's your special do. But there's a special way of doing it. Everybody got gifts and talents that they have to utilize in the creation of heaven on earth. Now, you have served money. You say you need money to buy stuff. Well, that's because of the way the lie was set up. You didn't know that you didn't need money. All you needed was one another. You have went into debt and all this kind of stuff and going through all kinds of changes, trying to making it from week to week, because that's part of the lie. That's the way the lie works. But a person who comes into the light realizes that that's a lie and changes that, his or her own action, by pursuing all of the things that they want in life the God way. And basically it means exposing everything you can about the lie. Exposing the lie means putting a light on it and it will get out of the way. But what usually happens, you get killed. But now here's the great secret. When Satan tries to shoot you and kill you through the police, the military, your drug addicts, or white collars, try to kill you, can't smart God, because that is the door, that is that little narrow door that guarantees you life. So many who still don't know the truth, they try to hang on to this life as much as they possibly can. In trying to hang on to this life, the more you try to hang on it, the more you're missing. You see, the secret is, once you know the truth, you must live the truth, and you cannot die. You live the truth, you cannot die. The truth sets you free. You cannot die. The truth sets you free. You cannot die. Oh, you might be shot, and I'm not going to tell you that your body won't fall on the floor and they have to bury it, but your life continues in the form that you have always been chosen to live. It never stops in the twinkling of an eye. Your life keeps going right on, but it is elevated. It is elevated to a different level, a more fantastic, precious level. But now if you acting a fool and following that old liar, then you're going to live too. Shoot you, you're going to live. But your life is not going to be elevated. No, not up. See, the life you live is the life you live, here or there. But you always got choice. So I'm going to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see us stop talking about what the entertainers are doing and what the devil is doing and what all. We have said so much of that now that we should all know it. And if we want to spread it anymore, let us not spread by talking about it. Let's spread the knowledge of it by the choices of the solutions that we have made to employ. So let us, for this day forward, follow solutions, create solutions that will, when the storm is coming, before it gets here, when you heard about it a long time ago, you dig your shelter, fallout shelter, whatever they call it. You prepare for it. And when it comes, it goes over you. So all of this stuff that we know is coming, let us put up a shield right now, by creating right now a process of eliminating these polices that beat us up in the streets. Let us effect right now getting rid of these politicians, these judges, and everybody that have sold us out, and replace them with people who are loving, who would never sell us out. But we're not going to just trust them. We're going to keep our hands on the plow to make sure that they don't, because we're not going for that. Until next time, and I will be coming back soon. This is Eddie Marcus saying bye-bye.